Yesterday must have been a very long day for Mukhisa Kituyi, his family, his friends, and his supporters. His video was leaked and was trending for the better part of the day. And I managed to watch that video. I am still not very sure whether the video is fake or real. But I observed from the video, of course I can't share that video here, that the face of Mukhisa Kituyi was sleeping. The basement area was standing. So I could really not reconcile how you could be sleeping up and standing down. And I started questioning whether the video was true or whether it was fake. But I've read some people claiming that Mukhisa was appearing to be sleeping because he was tired after hard work. I don't want to get into all those details, but I want to offer my unsolicited advice to politicians, especially the lessons they can learn from this Mukhisa Kituyi leaked video. Because the truth of the matter is that nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Whether the video was the work of Photoshop or whether the video is true, they were intended to achieve certain objectives. Yesterday, by around 11, there were news that the police were actually looking for Mukhisa Kituyi. And then later, 2 or 3 hours later, this video emerged. Apparently, Mukhisa Kituyi spent some good time with a lady called Diana Opemi Lota in Nyali in Mombasa on 22nd of May. Then according to the lady, Mukhisa Kituyi assaulted her, kicked her from the bed, pushed her until she fell down, and when she reported to the police, she was advised to go and seek medical attention. But according to Mukhisa Kituyi, the issue were actually addressed. And because it's a personal issue, I don't want to get into the finer details. I just want to focus on what politicians and every other person can actually learn from these particular incidents of Mukhisa Kituyi. Let us begin. What lesson do you think you can learn from these incidents of Mukhisa Kituyi? For me, any serious politician must take this instance seriously, and these are some of the lessons they can learn. Number one, as a leader, you must always be alert all the time. Politics is a dirty game. Probably that lady might have been compromised by someone who wanted to spoil the reputation and the name of Mukhisa Kituyi. And because Mukhisa Kituyi was not alert, this lady was able to record if it's true. And even if the video is fake, then Mukhisa Kituyi ought to have been alert, especially when this lady started going to the police. That was a serious signal. So Mukhisa Kituyi, in my considered opinion, failed that test. As a leader, you must be alert all time. If you're not alert, you'll always be caught the way it has happened to Mukhisa Kituyi. The second lesson we can learn is that always as a leader, play the right cards. What was Mukhisa Kituyi doing with this lady at 2 a.m.? Of course, Mukhisa Kituyi is a man. a man with a family. And as a man, sometimes you play the away games. But do you play away games with every other person? Playing the right cards at the right time will save you as a leader from some of these embarrassing situations. The third lesson, I want to borrow it from Robert Greene, law number 5. And it's about reputation. Robert Greene advises us that so much depends on reputation. And therefore, you must guard it all the time. The truth of the matter is that political careers can be ended within a matter of minutes. If these guys intended to end the political career of Mukhisa Kituyi using chapter 5 of our constitution, if we were in a working democracy, Mukhisa Kituyi would not have been eligible just based on chapter 5 of our constitution. If someone was able to prove that indeed this happened. But I don't think that this issue can actually end the political career of Mukhisa Kituyi. But you must always protect your reputation as a leader. If you are not a leader, then it's okay. You will not be under the microscope. The fourth lesson, and this is where I think Mukhisa Kituyi failed. A leader should be able to take responsibility. When you are wrong, you take responsibility. Mukhisa Kituyi is confessing or confirming that indeed this issue was resolved. So which means it's something which happened. But the lady went to the police and reported. Why was even that allowed in the first place? Probably this lady was demanding some things. Or there's a way she wanted Mukhisa Kituyi to address this particular matter, but Mukhisa Kituyi was not taking responsibility. So the lesson is, as a leader, you must always take responsibility. If Mukhisa Kituyi had taken responsibility, this issue would not have reached the level it has reached. Number 5, as a leader, you must also be responsible both in public and in private. Unless you are Peter Opondo Kaluma. Kaluma would have addressed this issue and the lady would have done nothing. But the fact of the matter is that once you are a leader in the level of Mukhisa Kituyi, you must be responsible both in public and in private. From all these instances, it means Mukhisa Kituyi is not responsible in private. Otherwise, how do you explain a lady taking a video? I'm sure if it was about blackmail, probably the lady sent the video to him. Then he just lied, because if this thing happened on the 22nd of May, that's almost a month, then nothing happened along the way here. Then it means Mukhisa Kituyi did not take responsibility well. Number 6, as a leader, you must also take charge of anything around yourself. I was just listening to a clip by a member of parliament from Ukambani, Honorable Mbai. He was saying that President Uhuru Kenyatta was misquoted because when they went to State House, all their phones were taken away. So which means there was no chance of recording whatever was happening at State House. So basically, Uhuru took charge of State House. In this case, Mukhisa Kituyi did not take charge as a leader. He wants to be president, but he can't take charge of whatever is happening around him. The first thing is Mukhisa Kituyi allowed this lady to enter into the room. If it's true, this video was recorded, because I'm doubting. But I want to assume it's true. If it's true, then Mukhisa Kituyi allowed this lady into the room with a phone. Then by 2 a.m., this lady was demanding something, or maybe alinyima Mukhisa Kituyi. Then Mukhisa Kituyi akakasirika, akaanza kumfukuza kick. At what point did she record the video? So the lesson is, if you're a leader, you must always take charge of everything around you. And lastly, fulfill your promise to your people. This lady, if it's true, is also not mad, unless she was being used. Mukhisa Kituyi just needed to fulfill the part of the bargain. Although I'm told the lady was demanding 1 million. 1 million is a lot of money. Yeah? But if they agreed on that, she ought to be given. If they didn't agree on it, then they ought to have resolved this issue. Because as things stand today, both of them are going to lose, if it's true. So Mukhisa Kituyi is not going to part with 1 million, because already his image is tainted. And the lady is also not going to get the amount of money she wanted. And probably if that's part of her business, then it would mean, even in the future, she's going to scare away potential customers. But I think as Kenyans, we need also to be truthful to ourselves. This video was shared widely within a very short time. Of course, there are certain things which unite Kenyans in this country, scandals like this one. But a Kenyan took advantage and went and picked a photo of another lady. I'm told a South African lady who is a model with a super sport, I don't know. Then shared, as if she was the lady Mukhisa Kituyi was with. And that lady was circulated all over. I don't know how the brands she's dealing with are going to manage that. It's unfortunate. But that's Kenyan. It's not the first time. The other time they took photo of another Rwandese, another lady from Rwanda, and circulated it. So that a bit, I think it's not right. Sometimes we just also need to be a bit of responsible. Thank you, guys.